Hey everybody, just going to be tying up a size 18 Mink Tail Caddis, which is kind of an older pattern, and mink tails haven't been the easiest thing for me to get, but this is kind of a cool pattern to try out, especially some of these smaller winter caddis that are around. And since you might be going crazy because everybody's locked inside right now, thought I'd throw out a fly we can, check out. So I start that thread about a eye width back from the eye of the hook. And I'm going to use, what do I got here? It's just some Superfine dubbing in black. I can't find the label at the moment. And I cut the corner off my pack. I'm going to feather this stuff out right there. Very little bit. Put that on the. Apply that to the thread in a thin noodle. Make sure you're twisting this on in the same direction. There you go. Choke up. And then I'm going to wrap forward, creating a slightly tapered underbody. A little more dubbing on this. This fly only has 3 ingredients, I think, if you include the hook. There we go. We're going to maintain that space behind the hook eye. Okay, here's my split mink tail. What I'm going to do is we're only going to use the guard hairs off of this, so you end up with a big pile of underfur, which you can then use it as like dubbing straight, or cut up antron and blend that in and make a pretty cool dubbing with it. So it's kind of hard to see on my computer here, but I cut off like a tuft of hair, and you can see all those like coarser, thicker hairs that are sticking out of the top. I want to pinch all that together, and then all of this underfur, all these short underfur, fluffy pieces I'm taking out of here. And once you get started, you can get your comb in there. Kind of pump that out of there. So this underfur will make this wing kick off to the side. It will absorb water over time. So then this is kind of what I'm left with. I'm going to put that in my stacker. And I hold this at an angle because I don't want those fibers to flop over on me, but I want to even them up. And these can be kind of tricky because they're so short. So I try to take it out of here. Yeah, so they fell in. No problem. Just kind of pour them out nice and ginger into your hand. And usually the tips will stay aligned fairly well. You can see, not too bad. A couple of rogues, pull those out. Throw that on top. You want the tips to stick just beyond the bend of the hook. So this wing is pretty short, as it would be on a caddisfly. And then it's about 3 wraps butted up against each other towards the eye, and then I do that same pattern back towards the body. And then once I get there, I kind of pinch that wing into place and I draw down. Stack them just fell over. Okay, so then what I do is I come in, so I'm going to cut this wing out of the way. Okay, I'm going to just leave a little head on there with the butts of the mink guard fibers. I'm going to trim this up a little bit. I'll attach my feather. And I want to make sure that's attached, or that's tied in right towards the back of where I tied that wing in, like where that first thread wrap went over that wing. That's where I want that feather. And wrap that thread forward a couple of wraps, and now I'm going to do 3 wraps with this hackle. That was 1, that was 2, that was 3, I think. 2, 3. I'm going to pinch all that in place. I'm going to draw down, and I'm going to bring that thread right underneath the hook eye, or over the hook eye underneath that head of the. And my whip finish. Get this on an angle so I can see what I'm doing. Two, 3. Trim my thread off. You know, when I'm trimming this hackle, I'm just using the very, very front points of this. I'm going to push through that stem, because I don't want to slice any of those fibers off of there. There we go. It's your Mink Tail Black Caddis. And size 18. All right, thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. See you on the water.